Hey guys, Brien here with another week of my culinary school journey at the Culinary Institute of America at Greystone. This is week 12 of semester 2, which is my final week of a la carte cooking. But first, as I always do, let's get into my liberal arts classes. Now, as I discussed, I started a class a couple weeks ago called Food Systems with Professor Jennifer Kaplan, and we're just continuing on in that journey of learning about sustainability, reading The Omnivore's Dilemma, kind of debating current topics in sustainability within our class, and just learning as much as we can. I really enjoy that class. Like I said last week, some of the topics of debate can get a little heated. You can get some stances one way or another that are very opposite some people in the class. So those in-class debates can get a little fiery at times, but that's really, really cool. Again, that's Food Systems with Professor Jennifer Kaplan. My other liberal arts class, Menus with Professor Dustin Rogie, is actually coming to an end. This week, week 12, we decided that we would be taking our final this week because we are about to go on summer break for 3 weeks, and the professor gave us the option of taking the final before or after break, and a lot of us, most of us, I'd say, wanted to take it before so that we don't have to worry about it after we get back from break. So we took our final. I'm not gonna lie, the final was really tough. I didn't do as well as I wanted to, but you know, that's the name of the game around here. We did take the written and then kind of had a quick discussion before we ended class. Like I said, we were about to go on a 3-week break and then come back for about 2 weeks of class before I actually leave on my externship. So I have 3 weeks off right now, and then 2 weeks of school, then I'm off to my externship. So it's really exciting. Back into the kitchen. Week 3, the final week of a la carte cooking. As I mentioned in the last 2 videos, this has been a very challenging class for me and a lot of my classmates. We didn't actually expect it. We've had some classes that kind of led up to this and built up to the level of cooking we'd be doing in this class. So we all felt fairly comfortable, but you know, there are good days and bad days in every kitchen, and you know, I think we ended on a high note. This week I had 2 days of class before my actual culinary practical, which I'll get into in a minute. But the last 2 days of class, we worked on, as you can see from pictures here, roast beef was the dish that we did on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we did grilled mahi-mahi with a pineapple salsa. Both dishes turned out great. We were ready for service both days and did quite well. So I'm really happy with how my team finished this class. Again, it was a very challenging class, but with the teamwork and planning that are needed in a kitchen like that, we were able to finish strong and leave our instructor proud. So that was really cool. Now, so that class is over. I am now going on a 3-week break, but before the 3-week break, I actually had to take the first practical cooking exam and written cooking exam of this school. At the end of this first semester, I had the Culinary Fundamentals final, which was kind of a practical, but isn't necessarily a practical. It really was just a final for that particular class. At the end of semester 2, you take your first culinary practical, which I've talked about before. Basically, you pick out of a hat one of 6 different menus, and then you have 2.5 hours to cook and plate 2 portions of that dish, along with a quart of chicken consomme. And while that sounds easy, it's actually very complicated. It takes a lot of planning to set up, to get your timelines in order, to organize kind of your day and make sure that you can get your food done in an orderly manner and have hot food come out to serve directly to your chef that will be evaluating you in the time allotted. I pulled roast chicken. That was actually the dish that I practiced the most and spent the most time on, so I was lucky. But here's a look at my final dish. There were definitely some bumps and bruises. It was not a perfect dish by any means, but I passed. So that's really the most important thing. You know, a lot of stress is associated with this exam, and you know, people can break with stress like that. And I'll tell you, it wasn't easy for me. I was a lot less organized than I wanted to be. I was a lot more flustered. I was a lot more messy than usual. And that just comes with just being stressed and put in a very high pressure situation. But I prevailed. I did pass my exam. I did pass my written as well. So I got that. That's done. It's behind me. So now the only other practical I will be doing at this school will be my other practical. So I have some time to kind of plan for that. I'll hopefully spend more time on that one than I did this one, because while I did spend a good portion of time on preparing myself, I still felt like I could have done more. So that's good. So that's it, guys. Week 12 of semester 2 in the books. I now go on a 3-week break, so you won't see me for a little bit. When I come back, I have a class called High Volume Cookery, and that's my last cooking class before semester 2 is in the books. So that's it for me, guys. Week 12. My name's Brien O'Brien. I am a second semester student at the Culinary Institute of America at Greystone. If you guys have any questions about what it takes to get enrolled into the school, what it's like to be a student, please feel free to reach out. You can email me at brian@chefbrianobrien.com. You can shoot me an inbox message or just comment below. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you in a couple weeks.